Good morning and welcome to day 7 of the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 2 and it's an early start. It's currently about 5:30 in the morning and I don't know if you can see, but it's cold. It's really cold. We are up at this very early hour. I don't know if you can just see the sun's starting to rise in just behind me, but going to make an early start this morning. We have to go up the river Shet and then across Ranworth into Great Yarmouth in order to catch the low tides, in order to get under the two bridges of Great Yarmouth. But yes, so it's an early start. We're heading north into the northern Broads now. We've seen all of the southern Broads. Spent 5 wonderful days here, and yeah, it's I've not had my morning coffee yet, so I'm a bit but yeah, so an early start, but wow, talk about peaceful, huh? And it's going to be quite a long day. It's quite a long day today because we're heading for Ranworth. So it's about 3 hours to Great Yarmouth, and then it's about another 3.5 hours to the Ant mouth, and Ranworth is just the river Ant mouth, that is, and then it's just a wee bit further on. So yeah, it could be about 1-2 o'clock by the time we get there, hopefully. The sunrise is due in the next half hour or so, but I'm also seeing there's a wee bit of mist on the river, so that might delay our departure. But I just want to show you this. This is how cold it is this morning. I don't know if you can see that. It's obviously the upper Helmsea, but that is ice. That's how cold it is this morning. It's all of it. It's all frozen, you know. If you look at the upper helm floors, can't even see the gauges. I'm not looking forward to touching that steering wheel metal. But yeah, this is our morning view. Isn't it glorious? This is one of the reasons I actually like getting up, or don't mind getting up so early in the morning, because you just see things. The rivers are so quiet, peaceful, calm. Don't know if you can hear the dawn chorus of the birds. You know, there's a wee vent running at the moment. You probably hear that. That's just the heating. I had to put that on. The boat is that cold this morning, but isn't that wonderful? That is so picturesque, and that is our view this morning. A wee bit of clouds in the distance, but hopefully that won't come to anything, and hopefully the mist in the river will burn off quite quickly. We'll be able to get an early start. Doesn't look too thick, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But yeah, so it's an early start. It's a beautiful morning, cold morning, but beautiful. So when I actually come up here to actually set off, I'll be wrapped up warm. Got the camera mount out, so I shall hopefully get some good footage of the river Shet and Ranworth. Obviously I never got any footage yesterday, but well, speaking of yesterday, actually, I'd just like to reiterate something that I said yesterday about Rosie Lee's tea house. It really is a fantastic wee sort of tea room. You go in and you think, you know, oh dear, okay, because it's really small. You know, she's only got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables, maybe 6. So it's very small. But everything is homemade, everything is cooked fresh, nothing is microwaved, it's all ovened. and it really was. It's a fantastic place to stop over for lunch, you know. We indulged ourselves yesterday. After a wee spot of lunch, we decided to have a wee bit of cake, and yeah, I mean, even the cakes, they're all home baked, you know. You can just tell that, you know. And Caroline, the owner of the property, she kind of has given up being called Caroline because everybody calls her Rosie Lee. But as Tony pointed out to me yesterday, Rosie Lee is actually Cockney for tea, so it's like the tea house. But yeah, everybody seems to be calling her Rosie Lee, so she's given up calling her Caroline. But she's a wonderful person, very chatty, very funny, you know, and we really did have a pleasant couple of hours, you know, having lunch, talking and laughing away with her. So Loddon, if you're ever down on the Southern Broads, take a wee visit, come to Loddon for lunch, even if it's just for lunch, just come down to Loddon for lunch. The River Shet is beautiful, it's quite narrow, it's twisty, you know, it's a proper river. Come visit Rosie Lee's tea house for your lunch, and then if you wish to go elsewhere for your overnight mooring, then you've got plenty of time. But definitely the tea house in Loddon, fantastic. That's a big thumbs up, you know, for that one. So yeah, well, I've probably babbled on a wee bit too much again. My poor wee hands are getting really cold. But so I'm going to go there now, and I'm going to have my morning coffee, which I desperately need, and then we're going to get setting off. Hopefully, like I say, I'm just waiting on the sun rising. It's looking quite bright, very different from yesterday. Yesterday was just awful, it was just horrendous, you know. The rain was just constant, it just never stopped raining. Ever. Well, it did actually eventually, because I got out here, but it was about 6:30, something like that, before the rain actually stopped. So yeah, it was miserable. It was miserable. But today's looking wonderful. So cold, very cold, but looking wonderful. So yeah, that's that. Wait for the sunrise. Hopefully the mist will burn off, and then we'll get underway. So I will try to get as much footage as possible, and as always, if anything happens or crops up, I shall you will be the first to know. But until later, coffee, warm, and I'll be wrapped up with my wee beanie hat and my jackets and my gloves and everything when I depart. So yeah. So, until later, I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good.
what followed this. Love was meant to be. Time goes by and the snow is drifting slowly in the sky. Cold night as you lie beside me, I can hear your heartbeat. You have lost yourself in dreaming. I have lost myself in you. Now we lie beneath the sky, stars and midnight blue, stars and midnight blue.
I hear the wind across the plain, a sound so strong that calls my name. It's wild like the river, it's warm like the sun. Yeah, it's here, this is where I belong. Under the starry skies where eagles have flown, this place is paradise, it's the place I call home. The moon on the mountain, the whisper through the trees, the waves on the water. Let nothing come between this and me, 'cause everything I want is everything that's here. And when we're all together, there's nothing to fear. And wherever I wander, the one thing I've learned, yeah, it's to hear I will always, always return.
Okay, excuse the funny look, but like I said earlier, it's cold. It's really cold. Ropes are frozen, the metal bars are just like all iced up, you know, and yeah, it's definitely glove time, which doesn't help me because this hand doesn't have a glove because I'm holding the camera. But the sun is beaming, hence the shades, and I just want to say, this is what boating on the Norfolk Broads is all about. It's so calm, there's not a breath of wind, the rivers are mirrored, and all you can hear are the birds, the insects. The only thing unfortunately ruining it is the engine of the boat, but this is glorious. This is glorious, you know. This makes up for all the bad weather that we've had. And even if we get bad weather for the rest of the adventure, this is it. This is why I love boating on the Norfolk Broads, you know, because every so often it throws up a day like this, you know, and it is glorious, you know, and you don't mind getting up at silly o'clock in the morning. You don't mind the cold. You don't mind the fact that I can't sit down and I'm having to stand because the seat's all frozen, you know? You don't mind any of that. And it's just... excuse me while I change hands. Yeah, you don't mind any of it. And it is just so beautiful, so picturesque. The vistas are so wonderful. And it's just glorious. It really is. And I don't know of anything, anywhere, you know, where I could experience times like this. I mean, I'm sure there are around the world, you know, and people go on, oh, the money you spend on hiring a boat, you know, and, you know, you could go abroad on, me being me, I like the really nice boats, so I pay that extra, you know, and I could probably go on beautiful cruises to exotic lands and everything like that. But there's just something about the Broads and boating that I just find so calm, peaceful, relaxing, and yeah, this is why I come. This is it, you know. It's just fantastic. So the only kind of that I'm kind of a wee bit well, not upset about, but disappointed about, excuse me while I change hands, is that because it's so cold, I can't bring my big camera out to take some photos, which would be stunning on a morning like this. But up here by myself, Tony and Lorna are still sleeping, and they're going to be so annoyed when they see this footage. You know, I don't think they were quite expecting what was going to happen this morning, and yeah, so they are missing out on something. I'm actually tempted to go down and give them a wee bang, you know, on the floor, you know, say, get up, you're missing this. But yes, so I can't actually put my camera, what I was saying, I was going off on a tangent there. I can't actually put my camera anywhere because it'll just get too wet, you know. So bit of a shame that I'm not going to be able to get some photos from the big camera, but I'm getting plenty of video shots. In fact, I'm probably going to use up all my battery before I get to Braden. And Braden should be quite nice as well, not as well, you know. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a wee update that the River Shet at this time in the morning today is glorious, and this is what boating is all about. It's worth it, people, you know. Just change hands again. Yeah, it's worth, you know, having an early night, getting up, you know, having early starts, nobody else on the river, and it's just fantastic, you know. So yeah, if you're coming away, even if for a short break, a week, whatever, you know, spend at least one morning, get up early, watch the sunrise. You won't regret it, trust me, you won't. Okay, right, I'm going to go now and continue on the journey. We're almost at the end of the River Shet. I think it's the River Yare we join to Reedham and then up into Braden Water. So as always, when something else happens, I'll keep you informed, but until then, I'll speak to you later.
much love to share. I'm singing to the world. Don't you see it all comes around? The feelings everywhere. We've been closing our eyes day after day, covered in clouds, losing our way. Hey, but it's daybreak. If you wanna believe it, happy daybreak. Ain't no time to grieve. Said it's daybreak. If you only believe it, and it shine, shine, shine all around the world. Everyone sing it to the world. Everyone sing it to the world. It's daybreak. If you wanna believe it, can't be daybreak. Ain't no time to grieve. Said it's daybreak. If you'll only believe it, let it shine, shine, shine all around the world. Everyone sing it, come on, and let it shine, shine, shine all around the world. Sing it to the world, sing it, sing it, sing it to the world. Sing it, hey, sing it to the world. Can you feel it? Sing it to the world. Can you sing it? Sing it to the world. Sing it, sing it, sing it to the
Okay, just a wee update for you. Sun's kind of in my eyes, but better in my eyes than in your eyes. But yes, just a wee update for you. We are back at Acle, where we moored on the first night and went to the bridge inn. And the reason we've stopped here is we are just stopping for showers and basically top up with water, so that we've got a full tank for the rest of the day. And it really was a glorious trip up from Loddon. It was okay. It was very cold, you know. I mean, you probably saw the ice on the boat, the freeboards, the side of the boat, very, very slippery. And it was actually that cold. The ropes were frozen, so I actually had some problems getting untied from the mooring and coiling them all up and bringing the mud weight up. So yes, it was very, very cold, but the sun has remained out and it is turning from rapidly from a very chilly morning to a glorious morning. I mean, look, I'm still in my t-shirt here. There is a bit of a nip when the wind does get up, but it's not anything problematic. And yeah, it's glorious. I mean, just look at it, you know, blue skies, calm river, very much different from what the last few days have been. So it's turning into a very enjoyable cruise. We're not finished yet. Once we've all sort of finished our bits and pieces and topped up with water, we are going to be leaving here and heading to Ranworth. Hopefully we'll make Ranworth about lunchtime, and hopefully it won't be too busy and we'll get a mooring there, at which point we'll be able to have a wee explore about and enjoy at Ranworth. So that's the situation so far. Everything's going great. We're thoroughly enjoying being up on top, and hopefully you've got some good footage, and maybe even once we set off I'll be able to take the beanie hat off. That was because it's not a very good look, you know, but like I say, it was very cold this morning. So that's all for now. As always, if anything else happens, you will be the first to know. So until later, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, just a wee update for you. We are now at Ranworth, and boy is it busy. It is really busy. We're a bit of unsure if we were going to get in. We had 3 boats in front of us who were also trying to head for Ranworth, and the stave is pretty full. I'll give you a wee sort of look at the stave. As I sit here, we've also got about another couple of boats just hovering around hoping for a space, but we did get lucky. One boat came out on the side mooring, which took the first boat. The wee private boat went a wee bit further down and was able to squeeze in, which I would have had problems manoeuvring this beast in there. But yeah, I was just having a wee wander around, and I'm actually parked next to another Fair Sovereign, Fair Sovereign 3 I think it is, and as I was just finding out if they were going to be staying for the night or if they're going to be planning on moving on, a private boat next to that was just getting ready to leave. So yeah, we just that left, and we were able to manoeuvre somewhat messily. I must admit it was a bit of a balls up, but we got in, and so that's us here. We're at Ranworth, and just as I'm talking to you, the Mississippi cruiser from Horning is actually coming down, so I'll spin you around and I'll let you have a quick wee look at that just to see what that looks like. Okay, that's the Mississippi board cruiser out of Horning, and that comes down. It's a fake steamer, unfortunately, but it looks really nice, you know, and that does wee tours and all that, and I believe you can hire that for large parties and go for wee tours and have a little party on board. That's a lovely wee thing, you know. We sort of paddle, working paddle on the back there as well. So that is that runs out of Horning. I don't know how often, you know, but that's a nice wee thing to see running up and down the Broads as well. But yeah, that's the oh sorry, camera's all over the place there, and that's obviously some boats waiting to try and get into the stave. Very popular, and I can see why. Actually, I can see why. It's a lovely mooring. You can mudweight on this Broad if you want, and there's also Ranworth Island, which is just round the corner there. I don't know if you can just see a boat about, if you can follow my finger there, just there. That's Ranworth Island. You can moor there as well, but obviously mooring there you don't have access to any sort of land-based shore things, because that's just an island. And I'll spin you around here. That's the this is the main stave here. Nice wee football play area for the kids. Nice wee shop there. The Maltsters pub, that's where we'll be going tonight. That's just over there, within staggering distance, and you can see how busy it is. And you probably can't see, let's see if I can zoom in, if the camera will pick it. Just see the tower there of St Helen's Church, and we can climb the bell tower to the top. Very narrow, very twisty, and you really don't want to be beside the bells when they go off, but you can climb up that and get excellent views all the way out across the Broads, which is really nice. We might actually do that later. There's also a wee sort of nature walk, which you go up here and follow the road round, and apparently there's a wee nature walk, because behind those trees there's a wee sort of a nature reserve Broad, which is non-navigable for boats, but because obviously it's a nature reserve, but yes, we can go in there. So that's Ranworth, and that's where we're staying tonight. We've got a slight, well, we thought we had a slight issue with the boat, but I've just phoned the engineer. I was hooking up to electricity posts, but for some strange reason it was never using any credit, and we kept running on the boat batteries. But we phoned the engineer, and we thought there might be something to do with the breakers and the electricity posts, but we never thought to check the breakers on the boat. So he said he was going to come down and check the breakers. So when we hang off, we thought, well, why does he have to come down? You know, we'll check the breakers. So we checked the breakers, flipped the switch, and we're now running on the electricity post. So that was basically all it was. I phoned him up though to tell him that we've resolved the issue, but he's coming down anyway. He's coming down anyway. He's going to have a quick wee look just to make sure that there's nothing wrong with the boat that's causing the switch to trip, which I must admit is actually pretty good customer service. You know, I mean, he doesn't need to come all the way down from Roxton just to check it out. I mean, the boat is now running on the electricity post, but he's coming down anyway just to check it out. And yeah, I mean, these things might happen, you know. I mean, they are hire boats, you know, they are used constantly throughout the year, especially from Norfolk Broads Direct, which tend to hire boats throughout the year. So small things are likely to go wrong, and it's all down to the boatyard and the company on how they deal with that. And I must admit, this is the first time I've ever had to call out an engineer, and they're right on the ball, you know, straight on the ball, and without even any hesitant, we'll come down, we'll take a look just to make sure everything's okay. So big thumbs up to Norfolk Broads Direct for that customer service. So we're just waiting on the engineer to come. He shouldn't be too long, hopefully. He'll probably give a quick wee look, and then he'll be on his way, and then we'll I don't know what we'll do actually. We'll probably go for a wee walk, maybe St Helens Church. We are eating at the Maltzers tonight, that's the reason we're down here. I ate out there last time and I really liked it, so looking forward to sampling that cuisine again. And well, Tony and I might try a couple of the beers again. So we'll try not to get too tipsy like I did the other night there. So yeah. But that's basically the update for the moment. Really nice. It's busy. It's busy. It's popular. I knew it would be. I was quite surprised at how popular it is, being a Sunday. But it is Sunday. It is April. The weather's gorgeous. It's hardly surprising actually that it would be so busy. So that's all for now. As always, if anything else happens or crops up, I shall keep you informed and let you know what's happening and where it's happening. And so until then, until something happens later, I shall speak to you later. Until then, speak to you soon. Okay, just a wee update. We've left the boat. It was getting a wee bit breezy on the boat, so I just decided to put a jacket on, and typical. Once I left the Ranworth stay, where it was a wee bit more sheltered, the sun's really beaming down and I'm a wee bit too hot now. But that's just typical me. Yeah, anyway, that aside, we have just left the boat. We're going for a wee wander, and we are going to have a wee look down the Ranworth Broad Nature Reserve. It's only probably about a 10-minute walk away from the Staithe. You just go out the Staithe, turn right, keep following the road round to the right, follow it all the way down, and you come to this. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to go for a wee wander. Obviously no leaves on the trees or anything like that at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see how it looks. And this brings us out as Ranworth Broad Nature Reserve. So which is obviously it's non-navigable to hire craft or any craft actually, and it's supposed to be really nice. Wee nature reserve for the birds, and we go along this wee path. In fact, I'll tell you what, instead of me babbling, okay, I'll show you. Okay, so this is what we get. We go along here, and I've put down this lovely wee sort of decking. You know, it's quite non-slip, you know, quite good grip, so it's lovely. And every so often we get these wee sort of plaques here that shows you what's going on with the wildlife, gives you a wee indication what you can see, and things to look out for, you know. So that is what we got. And we just follow that down here. I'm not quite sure how long how far it goes. It probably goes on for a wee bit, so I'm not going to film the entire journey walk down there. I just wanted to show you exactly where we were, what we were doing and where we were going, and yeah, isn't it lovely? You know, it's like that. It's all wood and everything. You know, that's obviously the path that we came down. You know, we came from Ranworth along there and down here. You know, and obviously during the summer when the leaves have got all the trees, this will all be nice, lush and green. You know, so but it's interesting to see it in the spring. You know, and yeah, it's actually lovely. Looks like to be a wee sort of a picnic table area here. You know, you can stop for a wee rest if you wish, and so this is what we're doing. Yeah. So that's where we're going. That's what we're doing. We're just having a wee wander. So until later, obviously anything else happens of interest later, maybe further down or whatever, I'll keep you updated. In the meantime, until something else happens, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, that's us at the end of the walk. A wee bit shorter than I thought it was, but we're here at Ranworth Broad, and what there is a big sort of well, it's not a big sort of a building where you can actually take tours out across the Broad. It's about 45-minute tours, and they're guided tours, and they'll take you out onto the Broad, show you the wildlife, explain a wee bit about the history of the Broad. Seems to be a wee bit of the reed industry for thatched roofs. That seems to go on. We passed some a wee sort of section of reeds that look like they've recently been cut. So yeah, it's quite a nice wee place to visit. You go in and you get wee information boards and wee sort of knickknacks and souvenirs in there. That's obviously where the tour boat departs from. But they've also got these big massive windows that look out over the Broad. And I'll spin you down and I'll show you the Broad in a minute. But I've got these big windows with wee sort of tables with all the various different types of birds that can be found. And I even provide you with binoculars. And you can do that on the ground floor, or they've got a wee spiral staircase that goes to the upper floor with the same idea, you know, so you can actually sit inside and get a good view out the Broad. But in a minute, I'll just, in fact right now, I'll spin you around and show you the Broad. Okay, this is the Broad here, and that's where we came up. Just followed it all the way along. You come to the wee junction in there. We sort of picnic tables, that's the building there, and then obviously just loading up the tour boat for the Broad tour, and that's the Broad there. It is a nature reserve, so there's no craft allowed there. It's purely for the birds and all the other wildlife to be seen there. It's a really lovely place, actually. You know, it's quite busy as well. You know, seems to be quite a lot of people going around. They also keep on going around the path. There'll be upper thing as well to get a better view, and that's where we are at the moment. I should actually tell you the time, shouldn't I? The time is currently 25 to 4. So we've been here for a good couple hours, just getting all things sorted. So yeah. And yeah, just also an update on the boat, actually, just while I remember. I forgot to update you with that earlier. The engineer came out, he was very quick, he was very prompt. He came out, he looked at the boat, he just made sure that there was no issues causing the tripping of the shore power switch fuse. So he came out, everything was okay, no problems with that. And he was very quick. Actually, I think he was there within about half an hour, which was really good. And came in, took a look, made sure everything was okay, made sure we were all happy with the boat, and he went away again. So yeah, spot on Norfolk Broads Direct. You know, that is excellent customer service. You know, he didn't need to come out, but he came out anyway just to make sure. So very happy with that. You know. But yeah, so we're here at Ranworth Broad, and I'm going to go in have a wee look about, look through the binoculars, see if I can see anything interesting, and if anything happens, I'll keep you updated, and until something happens, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, yeah, right, so we did the nature walk, had a wee look around the wee shop. We didn't go on the wee Broads tour though, but we had a wee look at that. It was lovely, a lovely wee walk. Even though all the greenery wasn't out per se, it was still there was a certain sort of rugged beauty, you know, a sort of spring beauty to it. So yeah, definitely nature walk, lovely. And we're here at St Helen's Church, which is literally just about 5 minutes up the road from the entrance to the nature walk. Lovely old church. Why are we here? Well, there is something about the St Helen's Church which is quite cool, and I don't know if you can see me. I'll spin you around, hold on. Right, that's St Helen's Church there, you know, very old, very historic, lovely, lovely stonework on it. But what you can do is you can go in the main door here and through there, and you can actually climb the bell tower all the way to the top up there. It's a very steep climb, very narrow, and you don't want to be next to the bells when they go off, because they're obviously very loud. But yes, you can climb up there and get absolutely fantastic views outside and across the Broads. So that is what we are going to do next. Go for a wee wander up there and take a wee look. So, from me down on the ground, I will speak to you briefly, wind permitting, up there momentarily. In fact, actually, due to the magic of video editing, it'll happen right about now. Okay, I hope you can hear me over the wind. It is a bit breezy up here, but oh my oh my goodness me, that is a climb that will certainly help work up some of the calories of the holiday. Definitely. It's not so much the amount of stairs, it's only about 86 stairs and 2 ladders to get up here, but it's very narrow and very twisty, not a lot of room to manoeuvre. In fact, I got up here and there's nobody else up here at the moment, but I wouldn't want to meet anybody coming up when I'm going down, because no idea how you'd get by. But this is it, the top of St Helen's Church, and I'll spin you around. Sorry about the wind on the microphone, I'm afraid this high up can't be helped, but I'll spin you around and I'll show you what I'm looking at just now. Right, there we go, that is the view from up here, absolutely stunning. See for miles. That there, that's Ranworth Broad. That's the nature reserve down there. I'll just see if I can zoom in for you. Maybe let you see a wee bit easier. Right, that clump of weeds just there, they pretty much sit in front of that wee hut that I showed you. So just from there, just along here, and then. But isn't that a stunning view? Isn't it absolutely fabulous view of the Broads? That is Ranworth. Is it Ranworth? Now let me think, have a wee think. Okay, that's where we came from the main river. I can't remember. Just see if we can zoom in. I don't know if you'll see the boat from up here. There you go. There we are, just in there. Kind of shaking around all over the place. That's the mood. Just nestled in amongst all that. So yeah, it's definitely a very popular place, and you can see why. So yeah, I'm not going to speak too much longer because obviously it's very wind, and I know how annoying I can be on the camera microphone. I'm trying a wee trick with one finger over the microphone, so if I sound a wee bit mono, I apologise. But I'll go there now, get out this wind. I'll maybe show you a wee bit of the stairs going down, but until later, until something else happens, I shall speak to you later. Okay, so from up here, the bell tower of St Helen's Church on a rather breezy day up here. I'll speak to you soon. Okay, I don't know if you can see me. It's quite dark, and well, it's not dark, but it is a bit dull. These are the only source of real illumination, and as you can see from the size of my hand, they're not very big. But I just wanted to quickly show you what the staircase is like, you know, and why it's a bit of a challenge. So that is the way it goes up. I don't know if you can see that. Just a circle, you know, and not very wide at all. If I can just stand up and go down, and don't want to fall down. The last thing is there's no any real sort of handhold either, and as you can see, some of these stairs, even back there, barely big enough for my feet. You know, so meeting somebody coming up here will not be a pleasant experience, and they are very steep. So great care is needed when coming up or down, you know, but it's definitely worth the climb. I've been here once before, last time I came up, but I just dove up quickly because I wanted to show you guys what it's like and why it's actually worth the precarious climb. Yeah, so that is and I'm sounding out of breath, but I'm not actually out of breath, I'm just trying to concentrate. I suppose the worst thing I could be doing is trying to film the walk down, and be careful I don't lose my footing, because they're quite uneven. When you start falling on these things, then you ain't gonna stop until you get down here. And that's it. That was the bell tower. And this is actually St Helen's Church itself. You know, lovely wee old church. You know, it's a used church. It's open to the public, but it's actually have services and everything like that in here. But just look at this door. That door almost looks original. You know, hundreds of years old, and the same sort of latch, big heavy door in order to get out. And you just walk out the door, just like that. And that is we'll just turn around, show you see, look at that. That looks to me like an original door. Absolutely fantastic that it's been preserved like that. You know, and that's just for security purposes, a sad factor of 21st century living, I suppose. But St Helen's Church, well worth the climb, well worth the visit. even if you're not religious. And I'm not really particularly religious, but definitely a visit. You know, not as impressive as Norwich Cathedral, but at Norwich Cathedral you can't climb the bell tower and get stunning views. So yeah, Ranworth, St Helen's Church. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. I'm going to show you the way down. Now, the only thing I have left to do is try and find Tony and Lorna. I don't know where they've disappeared to. Hopefully they'll be back at the boat. But let's just head back to the boat. Okay, so here we go. I'll take you on a quick wee walk, because there's another thing I want to show you. Right, that's the church. Out the path. There we go. Right, left, we go left. Okay, so we'll go left, and what they've done is save you walking on the road, they've provided a wee footpath here. Now, isn't this just such a lovely wee footpath? You know, just look at that. It's all overgrown, and you know, well, not overgrown, it's like sort of canopies you know, and obviously we've still got some ivy and greenery at the moment, but in the summer that's obviously more flowered, so definitely a very nice wee walk, just to get through all the flies and everything. And of course you get the opportunity for the looking out across the fields, you know, and just staying away from the main road. That's just lovely, absolutely lovely. It's a lovely wee village. And just be careful of these people. Oh! Aye. But the reason I'm taking you down this wee path is because there's a tree down here, you know, and at least I still hope it's here. Just on the left. Last time I came here was in October, so still had a lot of the leaves on it, but it was more the bark that impressed me about it. Well, not the bark, the trunk of it. I mean, I don't know if this is it here. I think it was an impressive tree. Sorry about the wind again. It's picking up, I'm afraid. Can't really do much about that, you know. Since this is my sort of first attempt at this sort of thing, I can only go so far in preparation, so there's no fancy microphones or anything like that, you know. There we go, that tree there. Now have a wee look at this. I don't know about you, but that has got to be an old tree. Look at it, I mean, massive thick branch comes up here and then splits into two trees in one. Absolutely huge, fantastic tree, you know, absolutely wonderful. All that bark, you know. How old must that tree be? You know, what history has that even seen? So yeah, I realise I'm babbling on a bit, but yeah, it's Ranworth is definitely, I mean, I can see why it's so popular, you know. The Nature Walk, St Helen's Church, the Maltster's pub, which we will experience later. It's supposed to be good food, so it's certainly quite busy. So looking forward to trying that, but yeah, this is Ranworth, and I'm going to go now. I've probably babbled on enough. The wind's getting up, and I know you guys hate the wind on the microphone. There's nothing worse trying to watch a video. So I'm going to go now, and I'm going to try and find Tony and Lorna. Hopefully they're back at the boat. we'll try and find them, and until something else happens later on, I shall speak to in fact, oh, hold on. Yep, hold on a second. Hello. Okay. Okay, right, yeah, that was indeed Lorna. And as it transpires, they're not back at the boat. They are actually in a wee coffee shop round the back of the church. So I should have maybe gone for a wee wander around the church or given them a phone. That's what I get, you know, for not using my noggin and giving them a phone in the first place. So, yeah, well, it gave me a wee chance to chat to you about the wee path and everything like that. And so I'm heading back up to the church now. So time to burn off some more excessive calories from the adventure. And we'll go back up to the church, and we'll have a wee coffee at the cafe at the church. And yeah, so if anything else happens, I'll keep you informed, but until then, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, just a wee update for you. The time is not too late, 7:15, and we've just had dinner in the Maltsters pub. What can I say about the Maltsters pub? Well, it's nice. It is nice. Okay, don't get me wrong. It is lovely. The food is well prepared and the food is well presented. My problem, however, has nothing to do with the Maltsters and everything to do with the gourmet Lorna Princess Chef person that I am been sharing the adventure with. Lorna has been cooking up some wonderfully fabulous home-cooked dinners on board for most of the adventure. We've also been quite fortunate that our first night was in the Bridge Inn in Acle, all homemade, and then of course we ended up having lunch in Rosie Lee's Tea House in Loddon, and that was once again all homemade. So although the Maltsters pub was good food, well prepared, well presented, it is rather commercial. So if you're looking for good, proper homemade food, it's not really the place to come. But it was still good, and it's still a good dinner. I couldn't finish it. It's reasonably priced, good beers, selection of beers, nice wee atmosphere inside. So I would have to say, to make it a wee bit easier, give the Maltsters a 7 out of 10. So it's still a good place to visit, and if you come for your dinner, you won't be disappointed if you're just looking for dinner, you know. But don't be coming looking for the high quality gourmet stuff, high quality homemade stuff that you can get elsewhere. Because you won't get it here, you know. But it's still a good place, and I would still say if you're in the area and you're looking for a wee bite to eat, the Maltsters pub is still a good place, and it's good beers, like I say, so you can have a good drink. And even better, it's literally a staggering distance to the boat. So yeah, so that's it so far. What are we doing for the rest of the evening? Well, I don't know. I have no idea what we're doing for the rest of the evening. Like I say, it's only 7:15. We've still got quite a few hours left in the day. I was up at 5:30 this morning, so I wouldn't be surprised if I'm starting to get a wee bit tired. Sorry about the wind. The wind has just sort of started to gust up. So I've no idea what we're doing for the rest of the evening. I feel it's been such a lovely day. I feel like I've caught the sun. Oh, wait a minute. I feel like I've caught the sun. Change hands. I feel like I've caught the sun, but because I was feeling a wee bit red in the face, but I don't know. I've not actually looked at myself in the mirror yet. So yeah. So that's everything so far. Maltsters pub, 7 out of 10, you know. But my palate's ruined with all the fine quality cooking and dining, homemade dining, that I've had so far this holiday. So it gets a 7 because it's a wee bit too commercial and it's not really home cooked food. So that's it. I'm going to go there now. If there is anything else to catch up with you later on in the evening before I settle down, I will of course keep you informed. But probably at the moment this could be the end of day 7. If there is something, I'll maybe say goodnight to you. But if not, this is the end of day 7. If you have been watching, thank you. And I shall see you tomorrow morning at the start of day 8 of the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 2. Until then, I'll speak to you soon.